Let's go back to the early 1970s. Britain was changing how its money worked. In 1971, the UK switched from the old money system, using shillings and halfpennies, to a new decimal system. That meant coins had to be redesigned. A new 2-pence coin was introduced, and to help people understand the change, the Royal Mint wrote of new pence on the back of the coin instead of just 2 pence. This design was supposed to be temporary. After a few years, the plan was to change the writing from new pence to simply 2 pence. Now, here's where it gets strange. According to the Royal Mint, no 2p coins were made for everyday use in the year 1975. That year was skipped in terms of 2-pence coin production. The machines were quiet, and the records show that number 1975 2p coins were meant to be sent out into the world. But somehow, a few 2p coins with the year 1975 and the words new pence still exist. That's the error. That's the magic. No one knows for sure how these coins got out. Maybe they were made by mistake. Maybe they were test pieces, never meant to leave the mint. But for whatever reason, they did. And because of this rare error, the few surviving 1975 new pence coins have become extremely valuable. They're like ghosts. Nobody expected them to exist, but here they are, and collectors are hunting for them. So how much are these coins really worth? In recent years, some collectors have paid as much as $58,000, $89,000, and even over $128,000 for a single one of these coins. That's the kind of money most of us dream about. And all of it for a coin that once had the value of 2 pence. Why would someone pay that much for such a small coin? It's all about rarity, mistakes, and history. Think about it this way. If millions of something are made, it's not special. But if only a handful exist in the entire world, especially something that was never supposed to exist in the first place, it becomes a treasure. That's exactly what happened with the 1975 2p new pence coin. The coin has Queen Elizabeth II on the front, with the words Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 1975 inch around her head. On the back, it says new pence at the top, with the Prince of Wales feathers in the middle. That's how you spot one. But be careful. A lot of fake coins have shown up online, and people are getting tricked into buying copies. Some scammers try to change the dates on real coins or even make coins from scratch. If you think you found a real one, take it to a coin expert or send it to a grading service like NGC or PCGS. They'll be able to tell you if your coin is real and how much it might be worth. So now you're probably wondering, could I have one of these rare coins? Maybe. If you or someone in your family has old British coins from the 70s or 80s, it's worth taking a look. Check the date. Does it say 1975? And more importantly, does it say new pence instead of 2 pence? If both are true, you might be sitting on a life-changing piece of history. Queen Elizabeth II's coins are already in high demand, especially after her passing in 2022. Collectors want anything rare from her long reign, and coins from her early years are even more valuable. The 1975 2p coin is one of the rarest from that era. Some experts believe only a small handful of these coins have ever been found, maybe fewer than 10. That's how rare it is. Even if yours isn't in perfect shape, it could still be worth a lot. So here's what you should do. Grab your coin jar, your old change box, or that dusty drawer where you throw random things. Look for a 2p coin with the year 1975. Flip it over and see if it says new pence. If it does, you may have found one of the most valuable error coins in British history. It only takes a minute to check, and it could change your life. And if you don't find one, don't worry, keep your eyes open. Rare coins turn up in the most unexpected places: flea markets, car boot sales, garage sales, or even stuck in the cushions of an old sofa. People throw away coins all the time without realizing their value. The trick is knowing what to look for. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss any more stories about rare coins and hidden treasures. And hey, leave a comment below if you've ever found an unusual coin, or if you think you might have one of these rare 1975 2p coins. I'd love to hear your story. Back in 1971, something big happened in the UK. the country changed how its money worked. This was called decimal day. Before that, money in Britain used pounds, shillings, and pence in a more complicated way. But starting in February 1971, everything switched to a simpler system. New coins were made, including the 2 new pence coin. These were copper coins, small and round, and billions of them were made. So, most of these coins are very common and worth only 2 pence. But, like with many coins, a few special ones came out with mistakes or what collectors called errors. These errors are where things get exciting. Some 1971 2p coins were made with the wrong metal. They were supposed to be copper or bronze, but a few were struck using silver-colored blanks. That means they looked more like a 10p coin in color. If you find one of these, it's not just a regular 2p coin, it's a rare minting mistake. These coins have sold for over $1,500, and some collectors believe they could be worth even more, especially if they're in perfect condition. Another type of error is called a clipped planchette. That means the coin was cut wrong, and a piece is missing from the edge. It might look like a small bite was taken out of the coin. These mistakes happen during the coin-making process at the mint. While rare, they do happen, and collectors love these kinds of coins because they're different from normal ones. Depending on the size of the clip and the condition of the coin, a clipped 2p coin from 1971 might sell for a few hundred to over $1,000. There's also a rare case where coins were made off-center. That means the picture or design is not in the right place. Instead of being nicely centered, it shifted to one side. This kind of error is very easy to spot, and collectors are willing to pay a lot for it. Sometimes over $1,000. The more off-center it is, the more valuable it can be. Now let's talk about the writing on the coin. Most 1971 2p coins say new pence on the front. That was normal at the time. But in later years, the wording changed to 2 pence. A very rare mistake happened in 1983 when the mint accidentally used the old new pence design instead of the new 2 pence one. That 1983 error coin is also highly valuable and has sold for up to £1,000 or more. While this didn't happen in 1971, it still confuses people. Some sellers online say every 1971 new pence coin is rare. That's not true. Most are very common. But if there's an error like silver color, off-center strike, or a clip, then you might really have something special. So, how can you tell if your coin is worth anything? First, check the color. A normal 1971 2p coin should be bronze or dark brown. If your coin looks silver or very shiny like a 10p coin, that's a sign it could be struck on the wrong metal. That's when you should take a closer look, or even better, show it to a coin expert. Next, look at the edge of the coin. Is it smooth and round, or is there a chunk missing? If there's a piece missing from the side, that might be a clipped planchette error. And if the design looks off-center, maybe the queen's head is too far to one side or the writing is not in the middle, that could be a minting error too. Another good tip is to look at the shape and size. Most 2p coins are a standard size. If yours looks smaller, thicker, or feels strange, it might be something unusual. Errors like these are very rare, but they do happen. The best way to find out the true value of your coin is to have it graded by a professional. Coin grading companies like PCGS or NGC will check the coin for real errors, confirm if it's authentic, and give it a condition rating. The better the condition, the higher the value. A mint condition error coin from 1971 could easily be worth thousands, especially if it's silver or has another rare feature. You might have seen some listings online where sellers ask $50,000 or even $100,000 for a 2p coin. Most of these are not real sales, they're just wishful thinking. But that doesn't mean high prices are impossible. If a one-of-a-kind error coin appeared, and it was verified, and it looked amazing, yes, it could sell for $50,000 or more. The coin collecting world loves rare finds. The problem is that many people think every old coin is rare, and that's not true. Rarity comes from mistakes, low numbers, and great condition, not just age. So before you throw out that jar of old coins or spend your old 2p coins at the shop, take a closer look. That simple, copper coin might just have a story. It might be one of the few with a mistake that turns it into a collector's dream. And if you think you've found something special, don't keep it in a drawer. Have it checked. You never know, it might just pay for your next vacation, a new car, or more. To sum it all up, most 1,971 2p coins are common. But the rare ones, the ones with silver color, a missing chunk, or a design mistake, are what collectors go crazy for. These are the coins that can be worth hundreds, thousands, or maybe more. If your coin has one of these rare features, you could be holding something very special. And now that you know what to look for, you've got a better chance of finding one. Have you ever looked at an old coin and wondered if it might be worth a lot of money? What if I told you that a simple 1977 2 Pence coin could be worth not just a few dollars, but as much as $55,000, $84,000, or maybe even $110,000? I know it sounds unbelievable, but it's true. Some rare coins with errors have sold for huge amounts, and one of those coins might be sitting in your drawer or change jar right now. So don't go anywhere, because I'm going to show you everything you need to know to spot one of these rare coins and maybe even make a fortune. Let's start with a little background. In 1977, the United Kingdom made millions of 2p coins. These coins all had Queen Elizabeth II on one side and the words New Pence on the other. Most of them were made correctly and are still very common today. But sometimes, mistakes happen when coins are made. These mistakes are called minting errors, and they can turn a normal-looking coin into a valuable collector's item. Now, here's where it gets exciting. A few 2p coins from 1977 have been found with strange errors. Some were struck on the wrong kind of metal. They were supposed to be made from bronze, which looks brown or copper-colored. But a few were struck on silver-colored metal by accident. These coins look different from the rest and are very rare. If you have one that looks silver or shiny like a 10p coin, that could be a big clue. These kinds of coins have sold for over $1,500 before, and collectors believe that a rare one in perfect condition could be worth tens of thousands of dollars, maybe even over $100,000 if it's truly one of a kind. There are other kinds of mistakes too. Sometimes a coin is not struck in the center, so the design is pushed to one side. That's called an off-center strike. It looks strange and definitely stands out. Other times, the coin may have a piece missing from the edge. This is called a clipped planchet. These errors happen during the coin-making process and are very rare. Some collectors love these kinds of coins and will pay a lot of money to own one, especially if it's a clear and dramatic error. You might also see people online saying their 1977 2p coin is rare just because it says New Pence. But that was normal in 1977. All coins from that year had New Pence written on them. It only became rare in 1983 when a few coins were made by mistake with the old words instead of the new ones. So don't be fooled by sellers claiming every 1977 coin is rare. The real value comes from actual errors, not just the date. So how do you check if your coin is valuable? First, take a good look at the color. If it looks silver or too shiny, it might be an error. Next, look at the edges. Is there a piece missing or does the design look strange? Try to see if the writing and Queen's head are centered. If they look off or uneven, that might be another sign. You can also feel the coin. Does it feel thicker or lighter than usual? That might mean it was struck on the wrong blank. If you think your coin might be special, the best thing to do is to have it checked by a professional. There are grading services like PCGS and NGC that look at coins and give them a grade based on condition and authenticity. If your coin has a real error and is in great shape, it could be worth a lot. Getting it graded makes it easier to sell and helps you prove that it's the real deal. Now, let's talk about those big numbers. You've probably seen videos or articles claiming that a 1977 2p coin sold for $55,000 or $84,000 or even $110,000. Are those numbers real? Sometimes yes, but not always. Many of those stories are based on guesses, not actual sales. The truth is, most coins, even from 1977, are only worth their face value. But once in a while, a rare coin with the right kind of error and perfect condition shows up, and that's when collectors start bidding big money. So while most people won't find a six-figure coin, the chance is still there. That's what makes it exciting. Collectors love coins that are unique. If your coin has a mix of rare features, like being silver-colored, off-center, or clipped, and it's in mint condition, then yes, it could be extremely valuable. But it has to be proven and confirmed. That's why grading and expert opinions are so important. Never just assume a coin is rare because someone online said so. And if you do have a rare coin, don't rush to sell it. Do your homework. Talk to a coin expert. Post it on coin collecting forums. You might find serious buyers who are willing to pay thousands, especially if your coin is confirmed as an error and is truly rare. Sometimes even small details like die cracks or unusual marks can raise a coin's value. So, before you spend or toss away any old 2p coins from 1977, take a second look. One small mistake at the mint could mean a huge payday for you. And the best part? These coins are still out there. People don't always check their change. They don't always notice color differences or odd shapes. That's where you have the chance to find something rare before anyone else does. Go ahead, check your jars, drawers, and old coin piles. A dull-looking 2p coin might just turn out to be the rarest thing you've ever owned. And if it is, you could be looking at thousands or maybe even that magical $100,000 mark.